Oh, and you can put on your mask in solidarity with us. I was just
So Scott, I saw on the sign up that you will be in person. When are you coming back?
I am in and out of Arcata, and so next time I'm in town will be end of March all the way through June. So
Wow, and where are you now?
I'm in Portland.
In Portland.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It's always fun to play. Where in the world is Susan?
Yeah. And then
All right,
Scott,
folks, we're going to do this. We're going to get started. Good morning, Rotarians. Welcome back. Welcome here from afar. It's really, really, really good to see you. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Introductions. I did see our District Governor Dustin come in. You don't have to stand. I know your knee's hurting a little bit. Thank you. Do we have any visiting Rotarians this morning? Either in the room or hi.
Good morning. I'm Kelly Neal. I actually joined. So this is my second meeting. Happy to be here.
Thanks for being here. Kelly O'Neill visiting. And we have visiting Rotarian on the Zoom connection. Oh, Interact is here. Great. Who's here from Interact?
Is that you, Dylan? When you'll be back?
Yeah, I'm here from Interact. I'm Dylan Berman. I'm a junior.
Hey, Dylan, thanks for being here. I've got a slide for you to talk about this morning. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. And guests of Rotarians. Sophie?
I'm Robin Jensen. She's a calendar host at Resolution Care.
Hi, Robin.
And
Very good. Any other guests of Rotarians this morning? Stephanie is
Kelly's a guest, but she'll be joining here.
okay. We got it figured out now. Thank you very much for being here. All right. You know, you never know when you go out in the world where you're going to spot a Rotarian. And here's two of our friends. I don't know if they're still up at the mountain or not. Tammy or Tama, are you on the call? Or are you out skiing this morning? Anyhow, it's funny. Just about everywhere we go, we're going to run into somebody we know, and sometimes it's somebody from the club. So I know they got some time up there, Bachelor. It's fun to see, and I'm sure they got some great snow this last week. We've got some dates coming up. Dustin, do you have anything you want to say about district training or district conference? When are signups coming out?
So look for both of them to come out sometime in the next few weeks. I know Jennifer and the training team have been working pretty good at the training schedule.
Sometime in the next few weeks.
Yeah,
He's got a bum knee this morning, so he won't be able to.
So look for that. There will be, both of them will be, they're planning on right now being in person. The district training assembly will be in Ukiah.
District training in Ukiah.
Hopefully we'll be able to do some sort of a fun event the night before. Kind of like
maybe a night before.
And then the next day, half day of training. So I would guess speakers and super fun. So
excellent. So district training coming up. Watch for the invite in a couple weeks here in Ukiah. Night before event in person.
Perfect.
Thanks. I think I got all that. And you've plugged district conference a few times. Yeah. It's going to be great. You're going to be feeling better by then and ready to rock and roll. Okay. Thanks. And then of course we've got the Sunrise Scramble coming up in June, we believe. Susan or Rebecca, would you like to tell us a little bit? Hi, Rebecca. Come on up. Come on up.
And I'll just start while she's coming up there.
Right out here, you'll be on camera.
Rebecca, before you get too excited, I'm just going to say the facts, okay? Okay. So what we're looking at this point is having the tournament at Baywood, and it will be in June. And currently they are saying that they have Fridays available. And I don't know how that's going to work for everybody, but it could be nice. And so I'll leave it with the facts and let Rebecca get you guys all fired up about it. So take it from there, Rebecca.
All right, excellent. Do people feel good about like Fridays? Like, I asked my one golf friend, I have to admit, I've never played golf. I'm trying to learn golf. I wore funny socks today. Is that something people do in golf? Okay, excellent. So I started there.
7 days a week, so doesn't matter.
Excellent. So yeah, we're looking at the Friday. Raise your hand if you're on the committee. Awesome. Thank you. And yeah, I've got it in my email. So we're looking at meeting potentially Thursday evening. I'll send around an email like every other week for a while and then get going. Yeah, if anybody has any good ideas to spice it up, you'll hear more. I hear this is a really great fundraiser. Like I said, I talked to my one friend who like plays golf and she's like, oh, people love these and we can make a lot of money. So yay!
And so just to interject there, the way that people usually make money for golf tournaments is by getting sponsors for the holes. So there's 18 holes, and so we could talk to our people in the community who would want to contribute. And what I need is a good message. Specifically, if I say it's Rotary Sunrise, people usually ask me, well, what are they going to do with the money? And so if we could have a particular examples of what we're planning on doing with the money, I think that would connect more with the people that we're going to be talking to. So it'd be also a good way to get Rotary, our message out of how much we do and how much we want to do and how much we would love to have them involved with us. So,
Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Rebecca. Both of you for chairing this committee. You know, it definitely takes some leadership to herd the cats, so to speak. And so, and thanks for all the cats for joining us. So looking forward to that. That'll be really our final fundraiser of the Rotary year, and it will back fund what we're doing right now. So thank you, everybody, for getting on board when that comes. Dylan, I believe it's for you. Would you like to unmute and tell us what's been going on with the mural project at Arcata High?
Yeah, so I think for most of the year, the past months, we've been painting, just getting people to volunteer after school on Fridays to paint stuff in the school bathrooms. And it's just to make like the atmosphere better at school, make it like happier. School bathrooms are pretty depressing sometimes. And also to discourage vandalism, because that's a problem at Arcata High, people drawing stuff on the walls. But it seems like when there's art there, it like disincentivizes people. People don't want to go over the art. So yeah, it makes the happier, nicer looking there. And it also makes it so people don't have to be cleaning up other people's graffiti all the time.
How's that been working? Have people been leaving the murals alone for the most part?
Yeah, it's been working. I volunteered like a month ago for something, and one of the janitors was there, and he said he really appreciated it because it seems like it makes, in the bathrooms we've done it in so far, it has been working and making graffiti a lot less.
Excellent. Well, thank you for carrying that forward. I know Charlie was involved helping get the idea started, but it really was Interact that got this going and made it happen. So, and are there more bathrooms still to do, or is there more opportunity for your members?
Yeah, I don't think we've done every single bathroom yet. I didn't do the most recent volunteering, but I'm pretty sure there's still some. So I think we're just going to keep doing it on Fridays and stuff.
Great. Well, it sure looks great. Some of those quotes you have put up are rather uplifting, and I'm sure people appreciate that. So thanks for that work.
Thank you.
Great. Anything else you want to update us on about Rotaract or Interact? I'm sorry.
I think that's it for now.
Okay. Very good. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Next, backpacks for kids. I looked at the rest of February and March. Dick, hi.
I need to reset because these slides are not advancing.
They're not coming through on Zoom. Oops. Okay. 1 second here. Stop share, and thanks for the heads up there, Dick.
Thank you, Dick.
How's that? We got him? Yeah. Okay, great. Okay, so it looks like there's just one session to sign up for. So if you haven't taken that opportunity, it's for the 2nd and 3rd of March. Other than that, thank you, Dick, Mike, Lisa, and Marty for getting the rest of that. So a whole month's going. We really appreciate that.
Hey, Ian, You got a
Yes.
second? Go ahead.
So Ian, so this week, actually, Dick was ready to pick up the bags, but they didn't have school this week, so we missed that schedule.
Oh.
But next week, Dick has signed up for like the next 3 weeks to pick up. But we don't have anyone to host and to do the packing in there yet. So
Right.
I am going to be out of town next Wednesday. So I can't host packing. So I'm hoping that somebody can step up to host packing for next week. So if there's anybody there that you can announce that can help host and pack and deliver, that would be awesome. But Dick said that he would deliver.
Okay, great. So we got
He would,
delivery.
I'm sorry, he would pick up from the food bank and deliver.
Vanessa, are you? Okay, so Dick, you can bring the food to Vanessa's over at the Griffin and get it packed up there. And of course, any volunteers who want to go help pack will be grateful for that.
Thank you, Vanessa.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Vanessa. We have a book drive going on with the NAACP, and I would like to offer to the room right now, either online or in the room. I will match the first $10 donations toward this to help fund the books that we would like to donate to this cause. So anybody? Terry, you, Marty, John? Okay, 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to keep track. I'm going to put in 100. The rest of you, please Venmo that to the club. And we'll get that covered. So there we go, $200 more to the NAACP book project. We appreciate it. And it is. Yes, please. Yeah.
So we have 300 so far, plus his 100, plus that 100 or more. And we'd like to get as much as we can together. And then I think the Diversity Committee and Equity and Inclusion Committee will go and buy the books locally and have the bookstore deliver them. So we want to do this. I'm going to be out of town, but Romy, we should see who can get that done in the next couple of weeks so that we can meet their deadline. So please, if you want to join in, do it now. And you'll see, last year we did over $1,000 worth of books. It'd be nice to get as many as we can. Thank you.
Thanks for organizing that too. Appreciate it. Looking ahead, a few people as they came online this morning asked what's with all the pins in. And on this side, I've got most of the students I've hosted over the years. And I just wanted to share a little bit about hosting because it is a program of our club, Rotary Youth Exchange. We will have a student coming in this coming fall. And, looking back, I talked to every one of them several times a year. Mia from Denmark visited in January, and it was a great visit. It was really cool to see her come over with her girlfriend and better understand where she's at in life. Richard, my first student in Germany, is now an ophthalmologist, and there's kind of a backstory there. When he came, he was not the greatest student in Germany. He was kind of floundering and wondering, I don't know what to do. I got to choose a path because over there, basically you choose your path and that's what you're going to do for the rest of your life. And when he came here, he took a science class and it turned him on saying, I'm actually, if I focus, I'm kind of smart and I can do this. So when he went back, he decided I want to get into sciences and medicine. And now he's, helping people see for the rest of their life. So that was cool. I've talked to Jules in Taiwan and Martin in Hungary, and both are very concerned at this time, of course, with what's going on in the world. So, we've got our house open to them. If things go weird, and they're welcome to come over. We visited them a couple times, and when my last two students, Gilm was actually in a different program, but a great student, and Sandy from Paraguay, both got to experience the shutdown. When COVID started, they were in our house, school closed. We were doing effectively at-home school. Didn't like it very much, but they were, working with us mostly because we were home working too. And, Sandy got to experience as a 15-year-old child what it was like to be put on a diplomatic extraction flight and received to people in full hazmat suits, spraying everybody down. It kind of scary stuff for a kid. But she said that in the end, she gained so much out of that experience, understanding how to help others deal with the pandemic. And Paraguay's been doing great mostly. They shut down early, but I've got a couple of students, Martin in Hungary, I'll go back to him. When he came here, he did not speak any English, which is fine. I don't speak any Hungarian, right? So the first bit of comedy when he arrived was, "Are you hungry?" He said, "Yes, I'm hungry." And I was asking him if he wanted food because he just spent, 48 hours on flights and missing flights and all that. And eventually we got down, I put food in front of him and he goes, "Yes, hungry." And by the end, he wouldn't stop. I mean, he was basically fully conversational in English and had so much to say, and he was funny as heck. And now because he's fluent in English, which is relatively unusual in Hungary, he is the concierge and front desk supervisor for the Ritz-Carlton in Budapest. So, it's those little tie opportunities that gives these kids open doors in the rest of their life. And I can't say enough about the connections. Is there anybody here who's hosted before that wants to say a little something about how that experience lasted? Craig, come on up.
As your situation in life changes, sometimes you could possibly host, you could possibly not. We're kind of in the knot now because of some health stuff, but we started when I was gonna be club president. I said, we're going to go to the district assembly, going to the conference, going to the national convention, and we're doing exchange students. And I says, nope. So we had this, yes, we are, nope. Well, we finally got down there and we took a student from France, and then that launched us into the total involvement in youth exchange. And Janice, for a couple of years, actually, she was asked to make a speech at the district conference about youth exchange. She created a speech called "What If I Said No?" And it basically was, if I said no, I would have missed this. I would have missed the first time there, the light went on, for something. I would have missed the first time they bounced down the stairs and said, "Read in English," And it's 3 months. They're mostly gone to school, during the day. And so, if you got a spare place for them, it's not nearly as much commitment as you think, as far as the impact in you as you would be. I mean, you transport them around some, but it kind of, it's just really weird, and not weird, but it's enlightening to see the world from these different perspectives. The boy from Germany we had was here during the attack on the towers. He was most disturbed by the patriotism that came around, and he said that would never happen in Germany. And he told us why. Whole different culture, but you learn that kind of stuff. You never get that. You can't get it traveling someplace, and you can't get it just talking to somebody. But if you live with somebody, the conversation at dinner, you talk about something you would have, open the door before. So it's a great opportunity for people who can, and it doesn't have to be a full 3 months. Sometimes we can parcel it up in different ways. So if there's any chance that you can do that, it's a tremendous experience. It's the best program Rotary has at the district level, especially management and organization as far as the support. So anyway, I can just recommend it. We had 13 students over the years, and we passed through that now, unfortunately, but it was tremendous for us. So I highly recommend it.
Thank you, Craig. Romy, I see your hand up.
No, I was clapping for the new ones and their
Okay, I gotta learn what those
inspiration
emotions
to
mean.
host family again and again.
Right. So where we are right now, we do have a first host family, and we are, I believe, starting vetting, right? Yeah. Okay. So, the challenge is for a student who's coming overseas, leaving their family probably for the first time in their life, and they're going to be here for basically most of a year. They really want to feel wanted. There's nothing more reassuring than understanding that I've got families who said, "I will take you into my home," before they arrive. So that's what we're trying to do as a committee for youth exchange, is to make sure that when that student arrives, they get to meet who they're going to be staying with throughout that year. It's just a peace of mind thing that they really need. And it may not be that anybody in this room or on the call can host. If you can, great, please do. I promise it's a rewarding opportunity. What we're asking of the club is, part of what we do here is networking. That's in our nature. It's in our what we are as Rotarians, is being able to connect with other people. So in the month of March, please reach out to 2 or 3 other people that you know have a spare room in their home and you feel might be a decent parent, and have a conversation with them. If you're not sure how to have that conversation, you're welcome to contact anybody on the committee and help with that. Stephanie here, and
Well, I was gonna say, one of my sales pitch.
come on up, Stephanie.
One of my sales pitch lines for people when they're on the edge is you can do anything for 3 months, right? 3 months is not a very long time. Most people fall off their diets right at about 3 months. So I figure that's when you break it down into bite sizes like that, it doesn't seem so huge.
Thanks, Stephanie.
I'm willing to host if somebody trades houses with me. I have a house big enough.
Thanks, Maggie.
So then you need
So-
to host family, is that what you're saying?
That's right. So Maggie will host if she can live with you and share another room. So.
That's where you need to hard.
So that's what we're asking. The committee is, very few people, and as a club, we're 70 plus people. And I know there's people out there that we can make this connection with. Just does not have to be Rotarian. All sorts of families. You can see the various open criteria there. Terri, go ahead.
Ian, would you also talk, or I'll talk about, Marty and I, a couple of
Come on
times
up.
have taken. Need to be a bigger here.
For the people on the Zoom.
We took a couple of students one for a week and one for a couple of days, just as a little interim. We have a 1-bedroom house. We're not having a youth exchange student for 3 months. Porta potty, or maybe we can get a new house. I don't know. We'll figure out something. But anyway, there's also that need because sometimes things just happen with the host family's lives and they need somebody to come in for just a few. So that was really fun. And we had a great experience with one and a really educational experience with the other.
That's a kind way to put it, Terri. Thank you. Okay, so that's the challenge. Please reach out to some folks in the month of March and get back to the committee with any possible leads. That we really appreciate it. And it will set that student's mind at ease when they get their welcome packet. They know who their families are. You can start conversating. It'll be great. So enough on that.
Can I just report back in? The Zoomers have pledged $175 towards books. So I don't know what we got in the room, but let's be generous.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That's great. We have an update from the Finance Committee. Last week the board announced additional funds for committees. Randy, are you on the call? Or anybody from the Finance Committee? Randy's here. Excellent.
Good morning, Arcata. Yes, so thank yous to the board for appropriating an additional $2,000 to the Finance Committee budget. So the committee moved quickly. We had a couple requests in the hopper, and one was the James Washington track at Arcata High. They have James has a friend that he went to college with that has done a dollar for dollar matching program. So they ran short. They spent all their budget money dealing with the water features of the track. So they're trying to right now. I think they're trying to pay for bleachers. So they're scrambling. So Lisa and I sent in a check. So we want to encourage everybody to help with this because they're doubling everything. But anyway, the committee voted to apply $1,300 towards the track because it's something for everyone. It's something that benefits the entire community, and we thought that was a good place for that. And then $700 is going to go to Cool Kids Camp, which is a program that has been going on for quite some time in the southern part of the district. And it is the $700 will be for one camper ship, and they run several sessions. And these are high risk kids that they are giving an opportunity to get out from underneath the burdens of their home life. So the committee, it went swift. The voting went within about a day, and there really was and it was unanimous. There was no hesitations whatsoever. So we are now out of money, but we're very proud of the funds, the projects that we funded. We did a lot of good this year. So thank you to the board and thank you to the committee for the great work.
Thank you, Randy, and to everybody who's participated in our fundraising. You know, that's how we do these things. That's where the money comes from. And Randy says we're out of money. Well, frankly, that's where we should be, because we raised that money to put it back into the communities we serve, right? So thank you for your quick and decisive action with the committee. And you know, it's a joy to see you all work by email. It's so efficient, and you get it done. So thank you. Appreciate it. Nick, I believe it's raffle time if you're ready. All right, come on over right up front.
Oh, yeah.
Should bring him. It's been a while. He's got to get all the pieces and parts together.
How does this work? If you reach Jesus, you
So that's right. If you still have your card in 6 months, in 6 months, then maybe you'll get some money. All right. So, Mr. President,
We have ending in 9137. Stephanie got it.
So the prize is $40. $5. I will pay you in a bit.
$5.
Come on.
I'm not even looking at the number.
All right, last four, 9080.
Really? I don't know.
I have very sensitive fingers. I can pick out, there you go.
I'll pay you back.
Thank you all. Next, we have a foundation minute with Terri Clark.
Probably going to be a couple of minutes.
That's all right. It's all good.
So this is, put some copies of this on the table. This is the club fundraising analysis to the Zoom people. If any of you want one of these, put that in Zoom, Meg, you'll tell me, and I'll put it in the mail to you. And I'm just going to take you through this report very quickly, because this is what I look at, I don't know, every day, maybe. Kind of obsessively, but it shows 5 years of our giving. So the first thing is on the left, annual fund goal. And this is a goal that the foundation chair, which for these 5 years has been me, and the president set together. And as you can see, if you look at 2021, we had kind of a low goal and we hit it out of the park. So for 21-22, I said to Ian, let's make the goal higher. And we did, and I know we'll get it. So the next column over, the annual fund contribution, shows those 5 years of giving. Now the annual fund is the money that part of it comes back to us in 3 years through what's called district designated funds. Dustin can totally explain this to you for hours, but he won't right now. He'll do it later. If you want to schedule lunch or dinner with Dustin, he'll explain all that to you. But the bottom line is part of it comes back to our club. And so what we get to work with in different kinds of grants through the Rotary Foundation is based on what we give to the Rotary Foundation every year. Now, this is different money than what we've been talking about for our community foundation. Then the total contributions shows everything we've given to the annual fund and whatever other funds. And in our case, the difference between the 34 and the 39 is what we've given to the Polio Eradication campaign. Then there's per capita, then the membership, and then at the bottom, every Rotarian every year, the EREY. That's a really important number and a really important goal for us. That means that everyone in the club has given at least $25 to the Rotary Foundation, and that our club as a whole has given at least $100 per capita. So we got a banner last year for being the only club in the district out of 47 clubs who was every Rotarian every year. And I'd like to get that banner every year because it's really easy to do. $25 is, I don't know, 5 lattes or something like that. So that's that. And if you have any more specific questions about it, I'm happy to answer it because I can, go on forever. But I want to talk a little bit about polio. It's been the Rotary Foundation signature project for over 30 years, maybe almost 40 years. And it started with a really simple idea. And a Rotarian thought, what if we just immunize every child in the world and we could cure polio, which would make it only the second disease in the history of the world that's been eradicated. And the first one is? Very good. We have a little quiz too. So they thought, well, there's this many billion children in the world and each dose of polio immunization costs this much. We multiply that. That's how much money we need. It's a big number. But it wasn't quite that simple. We went through the first world pretty quickly, pretty easily. And then we ran into logistical problems, wars, religious bigotry, about people thinking that Rotary is an American institution, which it's not, even though the headquarters are in America, it's not. So there was just a lot. And then the logistics of trying to get the vaccine to places where there was no transportation really to get to, and it had to be refrigerated for a while at first. So anyway, it's been a really long journey. But there's only 2 countries left who have endemic polio. So we're really, really this close, and maybe that close. And it's still only a plane ride away. And if we've learned anything in the last 2 years about the spread of really scary diseases, that's what we've learned, and it hasn't gone away. The other thing that's happened with doing some of the polio immunization is that we've gotten to get into places where children also needed vitamin D shots, and they needed other kinds of things, other kinds of medications. And so we've gone to do that too. It's been a huge, huge public health undertaking. The CDC has helped us, that's the Centers for Disease Control, as you know, and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Is it still called that after the divorce? I don't know. But anyway, so they have matched our giving 3 to 1 throughout a long time of the process. So it really is not done, and we can finish it. And Ian has a little update on that too.
I do.
Thank you.
Our past district governor, thank you, Terry. Past district governor Bob Rogers sends a weekly or bi-weekly report on where we stand with polio. And for the most of the last year, it's been a little happy dance. Good news, no new cases in the world. There have been a couple setbacks recently. Afghanistan had a wild polio case several weeks ago, maybe a month now. And then there has been a new case in Malawi in Africa. Malawi, thank you. That was genetically traced back to Pakistan, where it is endemic. So when Terry said it's only a plane ride away, that's what we're talking about. Polio is everywhere until it is nowhere. So don't lose heart. We've seen setbacks before. We'll see them again. However, we will get it done. And that's part of why we do our Final Friday auction as a club, is to help fund the Rotary Foundation, which in part helps fund polio eradication in the world. And we have several members here who have joined the Polio Plus Society by committing to a certain dollar amount each year to help that even further. And so I do encourage everybody to participate in our auctions with all due gusto. And so this is, part of what it's for. This is why we do this, and bring items to donate and purchase items every month. It's not about the thing, the painting or the cupcakes. It's not about the things. It's about why we do it. So thank you for participating. And without further ado, I'd like to turn this over to Amit.
Can I just ask a quick question?
Absolutely.
Is there like a way for making the sign up and use the statement first?
Yeah.
And have it just charge our card monthly?
Yeah, it's called Rotary Direct.
Okay.
And I'm leaving town when we're done here, but I can send you that information.
Send it out to the club.
The question was about how do we sign up to donate repeatedly?
I will do that next week.
Okay.
And Terry has just committed to sending out the Rotary Direct link to sign up for those recurring donations by email. So thank you, Terry. Thanks for the question, Stephanie. Let me check in actually on the chat. Maggie, do we have anybody that was pending questions or comments? Or is it all get to the auction, dude?
Not for you guys, I'm having lovely chat.
Side conversations over here. Okay, well, Amanda, and I didn't know if, is Brandon on the call?
Brandon is here.
Yes. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
If you'd like me to be a prop.
There's little, fuzzy call-outs. Okay. Like these. We'll just all stay. Yeah. There we go. Yes. Okay. Less I have to do. All right, well, I brought in our beloved Celestron telescope spotting scope. It is kind of vintage from late 90s. It just lived in our living room for a number of years, but my husband and I turned into bird nerds and we got a skinnier one, but this is a great one if you've got a view, wildlife viewing, maybe a kid. It could be used for as a telescope, a spotting scope, and it's in perfect working order. Does not have it's got different eyepieces and lenses you can check out. It doesn't have a tripod with it, but it'll fit on any tripod. So, and it's got all the instructions, and those in the telescope world, sometimes it's sought after. They don't make them in white anymore. And we just hung on to it on our shelf for sentimental reasons, but otherwise it works perfectly. Nice big.
Ian, will you bring the chat up so we can all see it on the screen? I think we'll just put the bubble up so we can see if anyone's bidding.
And Brandon, you're gonna watch the online portion?
Okay. I'll watch the chat too for you guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
And I looked this up online because you told me about the white version of it being kind of rare. And I noticed that you can also buy camera mount accessories. So you can actually attach a camera directly to
You
this.
can attach a camera, you can attach a machine that tracks the stars, you know, set up like that. So
this is good to be able to look at stars, or this is good to look at birds?
both.
Yes.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, and there are different accessories. We used it to looking at birds. We live on the bay, just right
I
out
can
here.
identify either one of them.
So stars and
Also,
birds.
neighbors. How about movie stars?
Yeah, neighbors, I like that.
Yeah, neighbors.
So where should we start this one, Brandon? What do you think?
Well, it says it right there, 200, and I think Carol would probably know best. I think that's a quick start.
Yeah, I had actually wondered just to get things going. It's a valued used as 200, but maybe $75 to start.
Greg for 75. We started ourselves out strong. Sophie, was that your hand in the air? Are you sure? We're in person. I can do anything. Do we have another bid to bid it out from 75?
Oh, look, there's
Joyce coming in. 100? Did you say 100? Anyone in the chat? Got anyone? 100. This is a steel, vintage, one of a time opportunity.
It's wonderful.
No.
Let's go.
125.
125 for Greg.
This is the best view you'll get for $150.
I'm gonna go 150 for Amanda.
Oh, there you go.
Joyce, you tap it out? As helpful as I am with. Perfect. Anyone in the chat?
That 150.
All right, I think I accidentally bought a telescope.
I think you did well.
I got lots. Oh, you'll have some.
Thank you, Amanda. And thank you, Carol.
I can't bid anymore on these, so. You say that.
Okay.
Do we have a basket for this one?
Up next, Karen, would you like to tell us about your item? Whoops.
Well, I'll just say a little bit. It all started when I thought I needed some more coffee mugs, and my son said, "Mom, the cupboard is full," but I couldn't resist putting together kind of a wellness package with this beneficial new honey that comes from New Zealand, and thinking about pollinators and where honey comes from. And so I put this together for a little mental health and physical health gift.
Well, it's beautiful. I think, are those the flower packets you included? Are those suitable for our region?
Those are suitable for Humboldt County, and they're I think natives. The hyssop, which is agastache, is one of my favorite plants, and I have one in the garden that I cross my fingers it comes back every year. I don't know about with this freeze, but anyway, I just thought, it was cheerful and and it promotes health and pollinators and my passion for gardening. So
I think we have a chat. So maybe-
We have somebody for 50 already in the chat, so.
75.
75 now.
Yeah. These ones are, it's nice, good experience. I think it's very good. We got anyone in the room? Want to bid against us? We're at 75. Got 100 for Maggie. Rachel, you got that? Give her a minute to type. Anyone in here? Joyce? Come onto the mat. I try. All right, 100 to Maggie. Going once. Twice. So
Maggie.
can't remember how many.
Thank you, Maggie. Thank you, Karen. Next, this one's from Dick Johnson.
If you want to talk about this?
Come on up and tell us a little bit about this.
Okay, it's not maybe the most timely thing, but for you folks online there, it might be. One of the things I really like doing especially when I'm doing the newsletter for this club, yeah. I have two screens going on. I have the screen that has the Zoom screen on there, and then I also have the chat on another screen, and I can even pull up information from the website of one of our guest speakers or whatever. So what I've got here is a second screen of portable monitors. It's USB. You just plug it in, and it starts working. There's a little setup involved. It's not very not too technical. You also have this is the lovely carrying case. Let me show this to folks.
High quality.
This is the lovely carrying case. There's no handle, unfortunately, so you could probably do something with duct tape. There is a video conference light to make you look beautiful.
Will this remove dark shadows?
No, that has been canceled for a long time. Dark is living in the past, folks. And most importantly, you must be comfortable. So here is a Comfy Life butt saver. So you can sit on this. It's got our handy cutout. I'm not even gonna say what that's for. So that's it. It's all guaranteed to make you look and feel good when you're online. And of course, as you folks know who are out there, you don't need to wear pants.
This is unused, I said.
Please do not stand.
We had a huge telescope. I just wanted to make sure that.
The used cushion. What's our chat at? I think that's some.
We've already got a bid for 100.
All right. We got a bid for 100. Stephanie, are you raising your hand there? Oh,
Oh,
What?
Randy is 120.
Brandon, you guys are hanging in there.
We don't mess around over here, okay?
You don't. Got 150 for Barbara. Anyone in the room? We're just watching the bidding in this room today. Randy, you let her keep that one? The Zoomers need more comfort.
Oh, I see Randy leaning forward.
He seems to be like really leaning in.
Hands are on the keyboard. Come on, Randy, just.
You want to, Randy.
Couple keystrokes, Randy. Oh, he's looking down. In return.
He's gonna turn video off.
This is amazing how peer pressure works across the internet.
All right, 150 going once to Barbara. Twice, Randy. And we're gonna sell it to Barbara.
Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Dick.
And there's the. Oh, I'm gonna need help with this one.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what else?
I did that. So let's do those first. Here, let's We've got some surprise items here that were not in the announcement that are coming right over. Although these look fresh, I think we're gonna want to eat these today. So what do we have here?
So these, and then we have some smaller ones first. So these are succulent boxes. They're, oops, let's see, okay. They're made from, yeah, okay, we'll see how we can do it. They're made from recycled redwood from my backyard. My husband and children made the boxes. We've gotten into succulents. So all these three are outside plants. So if you want a plant outside, they just survived the last 2 freezes. So, you know, they may look a little bit ragged right now, but they are sure to survive for people who are not good with plants. So this one here, I can't, it's really, can you like move your computer over so they can see? There we go. This one says, prove them wrong. And there's like some little animals in here. There's a rhino, and I think that's like a buffalo. Okay, and some rocks. Okay, so to prove them wrong, that's, you know, for anybody who's like had a rough day. This one's just pretty with like a turtle.
There's a bid up there.
There we go. Okay.
Romy setting the bar.
Okay. Whoever bids highest gets their choice. And then this one, you know, this one's the BU. There we go. Can you? There we go. There we go. There we go. BU. How's that? There we go. Kind of. Sorry. Okay, I'll turn it around. I feel like. There we go. Okay. Right, it's got 2 little frogs and it says BU. There you go. These are, and then these are minis, you know, if you have like $5 and you don't want to take something fun. This one's in a teacup. They both have holes in the bottom. And this is a little cactus that keeps falling over. So and this one's really only $1 if you just want to bring home some cheese. So
Cactus isn't falling over. It's the actual.
It's a little bit unstable, but it's good for like your office desk and it's got some
service project right there.
Mix of sunstones and some weird sparkly stones in there. And then, yeah, this one's got 3 little plants in it.
$50 for Romy. You got 3 things for sale here, plus 2 bonuses.
Yeah, we'll put those there.
I'll buy the poor little falling over for $10.
Really? Okay, this one's for Ian. There you go. You get it.
I'm gonna save it.
You bring it into your office, like it should live, you know?
Yeah.
It's those are hardy plants.
Looks like you got Janice at 75 on the BU.
Romy, well, Romy's been outbid by BU, Romy. You're gonna have to go higher.
I was just gonna say, Romy has the other one though. She did say 50 each. So far she's 50 on one and somebody's got the other one for 75.
Yeah, let's do 50 each.
Janice has got it for 75.
So we have 3 bids right now, but BU is in contention, so Janice gets that one. Romy, you're on for the other 2. So do you got any bids in here?
What's the
Third one's Mr. Turtle. This is the coolest.
And they've got kind of like little like screens in them, so I like to play with the rocks.
Okay, so we sold the 3 big ones to Janice, Romy, Jessica for $50 each. Romy, do you want 2 or 1? We got confusion on that one. Oh, so we got 4 bids now. I
still got the cup.
Well, Janice has the BU for 75. So Janet, like Romy would have to go over 75 to get the BU, but she can have the prove them wrong for $50.
Well, she wants 2 though.
Well, then she has to outbid Janice. Isn't that how this works?
Is there 3?
There's 3. There's the BU, there's the prove them wrong, and Mr. Turtle.
Mr. Turtle.
So someone, Romy or Jessica, you guys have to go higher to get the 3rd one.
So I did 75.
All right, Jessica's bid. So Romy, right now you only have 1 unless you go to 75. She's only gonna get 1 anyway. There's only 3.
There's only 3.
But she wants 2.
She wants 2. Okay. Okay, so Romy gets 2 for 50 and then Janice gets 1 for 75.
All right.
This is called.
Jessica, you can have a teacup. Romy gets 2 for 80. Go. All right, sold. Okay, what did we just do? We sold 2 to Romy for 80 and 1 to Janice for 75.
Awesome.
For 80. And Jessica gets the teacup.
You know, she said 50 each, so she gets them
But
for
then
100.
she said 80.
What? You're allowed to bid down?
I should have up 80 each.
Oh,
We're good.
80 each.
We're
Going
good.
up.
I'll drop them by your front door on my way. I'll give.
How much is Rome?
80 plus
50.
50.
Romy, speak up.
Terri, one for 80, one for 50.
Oh, 80.
Well, one of them is 50 and I'll do 80 for the BU.
Oh, she upbid.
Oh.
So we're doing
You
3
got
things
this?
at once. I don't know. I'm not sure if I got it at all.
So as of right now, only 2 of them are.
Greg's tracking.
Greg's taking over.
Tell Terry.
So here we go. So Terry, we have a bid for $80 for BU. That would be from Romy, and she's also bidding $50 on the Prove Them Wrong. So we have 140 for 2, or 80 plus 80. 130, whatever. What do I do? A living for a living? So right now we have Mr.
Oh, Janice.
Oh, now we got an 85 for BU. So BU is hot. Oh,
Oh,
90 for BU. Janice, can we? Janice. Nope. Janice, are you coming in at 95? All right, so let's do this. Let's do 90 BU to Romy, 50 Prove Them Wrong. Excuse me. Yes. So we're going to do 90 and 50 to Romy. That means Turtle is still hanging out there. Who wants Turtle?
Oh.
Jessica, was it that you? Okay. Oh. Who wants Turtle? Let's get on Turtle. Turtle is unloved.
No, put him back in that backyard.
Look at this guy.
Look at Turtle.
He's so sad.
All right. Anybody in on Turtle?
You can add your own rock that says BU.
All right.
I can provide that at a later date.
I was saying 140 to Romy for the 2. Turtle is yet unloved.
Oh.
Oh, Maggie.
See, he's cute.
Maggie's having a minute.
$100.
Oh, okay. Payday next week. All right. So Turtle is unsold. The other 2 sold for 100.
Oh, yeah. I'll take it. Okay, thank you very much. Oh, now we have no painting. Now I'm
Thank you.
painting.
Actually,
I'm gonna bring it back.
Maggie, don't we have some treats over here?
Yeah.
Okay, let's get that done too. This will be less confusing.
Sorry to jump in.
That was
Thank you,
perfect.
Rebecca.
Yeah,
Thank you.
watch how we did that.
Yeah.
So this is not
Come on
being
over.
split into any.
Each 12.
There's cupcakes.
This is a plate.
So a plate of cupcakes, and the plate is really special, but I didn't take a picture of it, so you have to eat the cupcakes before you see it, but it's meant to use to pass around and put things on and give to other people. So that's what I'm using it for today. So
Most important question, is there chocolate involved here?
these are chocolate cupcakes with those ones, the inside out ones with the cream cheese and stuff, chocolate chips on the inside. So there's no frosting on top.
30.
Frosting's on the inside.
30 to the end. Anyone want cupcakes? Going home with cupcakes on Friday.
I'm gonna make my office real happy.
Ooh, 75.
There they go.
Boom. Smackdown. Smackdown.
Janice has a person in the room.
Cupcakes.
You want that? You gonna let that take
I'm
it?
out. I'm out.
All right, 75 to cupcakes. Janice, going once?
Greg is
Twice?
yes.
Mystery plate underneath.
Cupcake.
I'm gonna sell it. We'll just put it to the messenger.
There you go.
All right. And this last item was actually donated by a friend, a neighbor of mine, David Ballard-Vaughn, who painted this in Spain. And she fully acknowledges that art is in the eye of the beholder. So she does not expect this to go for gallery value of 900. But she also knows that, you know, this may not strike the eye of anybody here, and that's okay. So if anybody is interested in it, it's a pretty good sized painting, as you can see by my size here.
I would need that house I talked about earlier.
Maggie needs a house to go with this. So this is original watercolor, fully framed and ready to hang. And if it strikes anybody's eye, I've got a little closer view of it here on the screen. And you know, wherever you feel is a good place to start getting people bidding is fine.
How do you walk it around?
Sure.
Do you want to get a closer look at this? Are you gonna walk it around? Yeah.
It's really beautiful.
It is very beautiful.
I too would need a post house.
She donated this one, she was moving a big job.
Make a good office piece. Everyone online, take it in.
And she uses good quality watercolors.
$200.
Starting bid.
Oh. Oh, nice. Susan Jansen. 250. 250 to Jeff. Everyone's picturing themselves.
So did Susan hear that? That was 250 here, Susan, to Jeff. Don't stand for that.
Not left out. Yay! Woo! Sidetrack.
275.
Jeff? 275, Susan? You got 275? You sure?
300, Susan.
Whoa. Are you bidding 300?
No, I'm just reading them out loud. I don't think she can hear. She can't hear what's going on. Yeah, you said 300.
300.
300 to Jeff.
Susan, we're at 300 now? Do we got anyone else want to jump in? 300 to Jeff? It's a great painting. This is a steel. It's gonna look beautiful in the house. 300. Jeff, going once, going twice. I'll sell it.
And Jeff, I'll put you in contact with Dana if you have any questions about it. She's very happy to talk about it. Thank you, everybody. I know that was confusing, Terry, but do we have a total?
$985. Thank you, everybody.
To the Rotary Foundation. Thank you very much, everybody. Oh, yes, yeah, for the weekly raffle. If you've been collecting change, since we haven't been able to do the dollar on the table being here, bring the change on in and pass it on to Nick. We'll get that added to our raffle total. And we're right on time, barely by a minute. So today's thought in parting, it's really great to see you all. It's great to see you, ready and willing to serve. There's still much to do. Thank you very much.